So somebody sent me this, it's a GitHub URL, but it's some kind of an exchange. I've never heard of it, but somehow it's tracking Ethereum to Veritaseum, what the payout, what the difference is right now. Not the payout, but the cost, essentially, of converting Ethereum into Veritaseum. Now, as you know, the only way to get Veritaseum was through the initial coin offering, like an IPO, through Reggie Middleton's last name, his site. And he's the one that created Veritaseum. It rides on the Ethereum blockchain, but the only way to get these Veritaseum coins, at least from April 25th or so to May 25th, which was the deadline, again, during the initial offering phase, when I got it, and when I got it, it was towards the end. There was only like 4 or 5 days left in the initial offering. And at that moment in time, it was roughly $6 for a Veritaseum coin when I did the math on how many Ethereum I transferred over, did the little conversion thing I showed you. I did the video on how to do it, and then got X number of these coins out of it. And then I said, okay, well, that's how many coins I got. What's the price of Ethereum today? Boom, did the math. It was like $6 a pop, a coin, you could say. So someone sent me this, thanks to this subscriber of mine, appreciate that, by the way, sent me this exchange where you may even be able to buy and sell them there. I'm not really sure. But this isn't, and from what I've gathered, let me go back. Maybe this isn't exactly where you can exchange them. Maybe this is just keeping up with how much these Veritaseum coins are now costing via Ethereum. You know how there's like the gold to silver ratio, and it's like 70 to 1, and worldwide history has always showed us it's about 20 to 1, 16 to 1, normally speaking. Well, this is a perfect example of, for example, if silver's at 70 to 1, or let's call it 80 to 1, better do that for easier math, 90 to 1 with gold, and it goes down to 30 to 1, right? 30, 60, 90, 3 times. So what that would mean would be silver went up 3 times in value. Just like that, nothing else happened, just the ratio changed. I'm here to tell you, based off of this that I printed out from that exchange, and I'll link it to you, by the way, in the description of this video. Again, I'm not sure if you can actually sign up on this exchange. I've never heard of it, but if you can, and then go and buy and sell Ethereum or Veritaseum via Ethereum, I'm not sure. It might just be calculating and figuring out what these Veritaseum coins are now costing via Ethereum. How many Ethereum does it cost you, where it was, which ended up calculating to $6 worth, or each of these Veritaseum coins were $6. So, as you know, Ethereum right now is around $230 roughly. It's been bouncing around a little bit today, which is all-time high territory. I did do the video yesterday telling y'all I'm jumping in to Ethereum. I'm selling some of my Bitcoin, getting into Ethereum, because the new Chinese exchange, not the new exchange, but one of the major Chinese exchanges is going to allow Ethereum to now be traded. And then I also found out that a second fairly large also exchange in China, in a number of days, as in like 2 days later, so call it June 1st or 2nd, is going to be doing the same thing, allowing Ethereum to be traded. So I thought, again, buy the rumor, sell the news. Not just a rumor, it's a fact, but same thing applies. Buy the rumor, sell the news. They're probably going to push the price of Ethereum up on this. New players are going to jump in on those exchanges. And, I mean, thus far, it appears to be correct, because we're at all-time highs now with Ethereum pushing 232, and it was already doing this last night. And what I determined this morning, by the way, because it said it was GM time plus 8, so I searched what is Hong Kong time to US, Eastern time. It was exactly the opposite of the time here. So if it's 8 a.m. here, it's 8 p.m. over there. Well, this thing was supposed to go live at 12, it said over there. Well, 12 midnight or 12 in the afternoon? I have no idea. But it looked like it happened in the middle of last night, our time, and which is why later on, about 3 hours later after I did my video, it was already pushing $230, $232 for Ethereum. And by the way, when I came out and did that video, it was 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. It was $210 for Ethereum. It jumped to $232. That would have been a nice profit taking for anybody. By the time you saw the video, it actually got put on YouTube, you know, an hour later or so. It already jumped up to 220, by the way. So, but again, I already made my trade, did my thing, took my Bitcoin, flipped them into Ethereum. So, anyways, this video, Veritaseum was approximately 33 to 1 with Ethereum. Okay? That ratio, according to this chart, this little thing I pulled up here today that someone sent me, is showing that Ethereum is now, Veritaseum is now 10 to 1 with Ethereum, which is just slightly better than a 300% increase in the price, or 3 times the value. So whatever number of Veritaseum I had just went up 3 times in value based off of this. Again, I'm going to link this little exchange or whatever the hell this is to you so you can click on it yourself and see. And there it is. Order book, Ethereum, Veritaseum. So this it looks like it's tracking something here. And as you can see, it's 10 Ethereum, 100 Veritaseum. So that's a 10, that's a straight up 10 to 1 right there. But it was recently 33 to 1 when I got in and advised all my loving peeps to get in, and here's how to do it. I'm going to help you because I love you guys. Why? Because when those advertisements play on my video, a lot of you sit through them, even though you don't have to, even though you can push the skip button, as you know, that's the rules. But I love you one way or the other, even if you click skip all the time. I don't care. It's fine. It's what you're allowed to do. You can do it. But I'm glad to say that me following the webbot all these years, taking immense amounts of shiznit from so many people, even though I've showed you numerous times some pretty incredible webbot hits, even though we're the biggest one we're ever waiting for, silver and gold, when are they going to explode, hasn't happened yet. Sorry, hasn't happened yet. But I started telling you about the Bitcoin stuff. It's going on 2 years now. It's the end of 2015. We went through all of 2016 watching Bitcoin and other cryptos do what the webbot said they would do, and when CliffHigh said they would do it. Now we're entering 2017 and they're going crazy, the cryptos, as predicted again by CliffHigh's webbot report, and not only his regular report but the one-off cryptocurrency reports. I think he's released a total of 3 now over the last 3 months, including the last one here very recently, which is titled the June one, even though it came out a couple days before, you know, a few days before June. And I read it and said, oh, well, got some advice here. Once again, Veritaseum's in there. And I said, you know what, good, we got our Veritaseum from the last report. It talked about getting into Veritaseum. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. So I advised my peoples, you guys, that not necessarily advised you, but I told you what I'm doing and why I'm going to do it. And I want to ride this one up. You know, we keep missing these coin opportunities when they're first released. I'm not waiting again to see what happens. Let me sit back and see. No, I'm getting in there, balls to the wall. Or as Frank would say, tuck my balls into the side and got busy. Tuck your balls in. And anyways, this thing isn't out yet. It's not really on the exchanges yet. Like the main exchanges, like Kraken and all these other ones. They're going to ultimately be putting this on there, but they're not there yet. So what happens when they finally get put on the exchanges? And I'm here to tell you, even in Cliff's report, the latest one, as you know, as well as some conversations I've had, I think we're all in agreement, just a few of us, that although Veritaseum sounds like it's going to do well for a long period of time, the initial bomb rush of so many people figuring it out, even as they get late to the game into Veritaseum, and I say late to the game meaning once it's finally put on an exchange and then people start getting into it, and then later on they get into it again, or new people get into it. In other words, maybe a month or two, quite possibly sooner, I don't know, when it's finally on 1 or 2 major exchanges and people are starting to really trade Veritaseum, and there's a big rush, again, a big bull rush, I'm going to be looking for the exit sign, so to speak, on Veritaseum. I don't know if I'll be able to time it properly. I have no idea. But that's probably when the craziest part of it's going to happen, I think. And that's when I want to get out. So if today, this isn't even really out there to trade. I mean, maybe you can on this exchange, whatever the hell it's, maybe it can be done somehow on here. I don't know how. But I'm not touching it, by the way. I'm waiting until it's on an actual exchange like Kraken or Coinbase or whatever major exchange gets it first, which should be Kraken. It's one of the, it might even be the largest exchange based on volume that I've been looking at lately. And hopefully my freaking account is finally verified level 3. But even if it's not, you can at least still go in there and trade stuff, sell and buy, and it just sits on your account online. You can't just put it in your bank account yet if you're not tier 3. So that's what we'll be waiting on. But I'm hoping it's on there at that point. And I could say, guys, I love you all. I'm out. I'm selling. Gone. Goodbye. Good day, sir. And then I say, you remember that video I did, 2, 3, 4 months ago? I was sitting in my car, and I told you that it was 33 to 1 with Ethereum. Now it's 10 to 1. Well, by the way, Ethereum's, $600 today, and the ratio was 33 to 1, 10 to 1. And back then, I paid $6 per coin, if you will, Veritaseum. And now the price of Ethereum is, again, $600. We'll call it $600. And $600, even at 10 to 1, right? Even at 10 to 1 is 60, right? Today, it's $26. The math today of what this is worth, $6 at a 10 to 1 or whatever. If you apply that ratio, again, $260 for Ethereum today. Or excuse me, that math is wrong. $22. I think I texted someone said 26. No, I'm wrong. $22. Ethereum is, well, no, it's actually 230. The high today is 230, 232. So again, 10 times, you're talking $23. Okay, so something that was $6 recently for me is going for, again, 10 to 1, $23. This isn't a this is not a 300% increase. This is actually more like a 4% or 400% or 4 times increase. $6 times 4, 400%. 6 times 4 is 24. That would imply a $240 price of Ethereum. We're not there yet. It's 230. So I'm about 350 or whatever the hell the math is. 350% higher, whatever it is. So I want to use that same math at $600. I bought at $6, right? $6 per Veritaseum. And Ethereum is, let's say, fictitiously here, $600, and it's still, for whatever reason, it's still 10 to 1, which is going to be probably bullcrap. It's probably going much higher than 10 to 1. It was already 33 to 1. Now it's 10 to 1. It's going to be coming down, I bet. But to be fair, let's just call it 10 to 1. 600, again, 60. 60 times 10, 10 to 1, 600. So what I bought at $6 today is going to be worth, again, in my little example here, $60 per. That's a big 10-4. Again, this is what we call getting in when, these things are pennies to buy and selling them when they're dollars to sell, And this thing shows 10 to 1 right now, when it was just recently 33 to 1. And had you got in the very first month of this initial offering, which was the end of April, so let's say you got in the first week of this offering, which would have been the last week of April, the discount was much greater. So you may have, and not to mention, Ethereum wasn't pushing $190, $200 then. At least I don't believe it was, not at the end of April. Which might mean there's people out there, oh dude, I've got these Veritaseum at $1, $2. Oh yeah, easy. Could you imagine what they're about to make? And here I am being very happy, looking very happy about $6 that I got in at, showing that today is 10 to 1. Which would cost you $23 right now to buy one of these things, according to this data. I'm going to share this link with you. I just want to let you know, Cliff's Webot report thing is doing great. And this thing is not even on the real exchanges yet. Where could this thing go? And if his future price, which he said we have to convert it to Brazilian real and this and that, and it's 13% of Bitcoin at the time, so a basic estimate in maybe 2018 sometime is we might see $1,200, $1,300 whatever US dollar price for Ethereum. If we see let's call it you know, because I'm a positive guy here, $1,300 Ethereum by chance in all this insanity, and let's call it 2018, $1,300 Ethereum, same 10-to-1 ratio I'm talking about with Veritaseum. You now have $130 per Veritaseum. But again, that's 2018. I don't plan on waiting that long. I really think whatever's going to happen, the big bull rush will be in the beginning, and I may just get in and out then and then take some of that profit, some of it, no, probably all of it, and say, okay, now I'm going to ride Bitcoin and Ethereum the rest of the way. I may say, you know what, I want to keep, you know, maybe 2/3 into those, you know, I don't know, maybe 80%, something like that, 80%, so 40% Bitcoin, 40% Ethereum, and then maybe 20% leave it in Veritaseum, maybe. Or I might just leave 10%, I don't know. The beautiful thing about this is, it's almost like this is a fantasy land where everybody wins. Everybody wins. Unlike the effing stock market and the commodities market where you lose. Oh, I'm up. JSET4, 2008, I've got my futures contract in silver. I was playing the wheat, and then I was playing corn contracts, and I made a few bucks. I was up $300-400 in a few days. I got into silver. I was up another couple, $200-300. Boy, I can do this. I'm really doing it. Hey, this is great. Up $21. Bang, down to 17. You're crushed. Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers. What the F? What happened? Where'd my money? Your money's gone. Your $3,500 gone, and you owe us $500 to make your account whole again because we put a your stop hit, but no, there were no buyers. So by the time there were buyers, it was $17. That's when you was finally able to execute the sell order. But that's way below what your account value had since you're leveraged in a futures contract automatically. You owe us $500. Wow. So I just made several $100s in a very short period of time. As in like maybe a couple weeks. I mean, just barely playing around, and now it's all gone. $4,000 is gone. I have nothing to show for it. There's no silver. I have nothing. Yeah, that's it. That's how we play. For every loser, there's a winner, and guess who the winners are? It ain't you. It's not you. But wait a minute. There's these cryptocurrencies. They don't run or reside on that nonsense system that the club has set up, that they control completely, and they have ETFs to push the price around over here, and they've got futures contracts to push the price around over here, and if by chance the sheep will jump in with both hands and feet to buy a bunch of our futures contracts, that takes the power away from us. We just print an ass load more and outnumber them and then flood the market and sell orders, and we crush them all the way down. Nobody can print paper Bitcoin and flood the market. They can't print paper Ethereum and flood the market. No, you either have the Ethereum or you don't. And since so many different people have it, there's not one entity out there, holding all of it and can just dump it and kill everything. This is how a real, true, free market is supposed to go. And my God, all of us are becoming winners. How are we all becoming winners? This is absurd. We're not supposed to win. We're supposed to lose. Good day, sir. You lose. But all we're doing is winning. All we're doing is winning. And I'm getting to come out here and do these videos to tell you guys, guess what? Check this out. You may want to look into that. Check that coin out. Switch that coin for this coin. I think this might happen. Even if I'm wrong. You know what? I told you to get in this one. Yeah, it started going down. Sorry about that. But good news, just hang on to your position. In other words, hang on to the coin. Don't do anything with it. In a matter of probably days, if not 1 or 2 days, it'll be right back to where it left off and back above, breaking a new high. That's how these things are going. So you can't lose. Worst case scenario, wait a little bit and the price goes back up. This is fantastic. And finding out 33 to 1 is now 10 to 1. And again, $230 today Dash is almost, again, if it was $240 it would be, is almost the equivalent of 4 times what I paid just, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Was it just 2 weeks ago I was telling you guys about this? Yeah, you may want to get into this. It was extremely difficult, but I said, you know what? I'm going to tell you how to do it anyways in case anyone wants to do this. It might be well worth it. And I had a bunch of people, I tried it, I did it, or hey, I'm stuck on this part, it's not letting me do that. What's that code? Let me go to my website where I pasted it. Here you go. Here's the code. Put that code there. Put this one over there. Have at it. All right, thanks, man. Thanks, Nip. I got it. Everybody that has emailed me that did anything with Veritaseum, you are going to be smiling right now when you see this video. because you got in at roughly around the same time I did, which means you probably got yours for around $6, maybe 6 and some change, who knows, somewhere around there. You might have even been lucky enough of the recent crashing of Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of them, and happened to get in then with Ethereum down in the 150, 60 range, and then got some Veritaseum, not even when the ICO phase, but went onto his site and just clicked on the how to get it, the easy tutorial, whatever, where you can just create this account and whatever and transfer them without getting the discount, because you can't get the discount now anyways, the days are over for that. And you still might have said, man, I got these for $5. I have no idea. I haven't had any emails like that, but everybody's going to be real happy. You should be very happy with the news that I've just brought you. And but wait, there's more from JSNP4. It's probably about to get a whole lot better in Veritaseum land as we get closer and closer to when these exchanges actually list it and you can actually trade it all over the place where it becomes common. That's the day you're going to be waiting for, when you might have a heart attack as to what the numbers did. Now I'm trying to think if someone emailed this to me, or if this was Bix Weir emailing it to me. It might have been, or it was. I think it was a conversation between me and Bix and Cliff, an email. Somebody's husband and wife. The husband made a play. It might have. What was it on? May have been Ripple. They listened to Cliff High's web thing. The wife was like, oh, whatever, you know, like our wives always do. Oh, here we go. Be careful with that. Don't lose our money, you know. And then he showed the wife, here's what I sold it for. And she pissed her pants. Literally. and whatever happiness, craziness, she pissed her pants when she saw $2,000 or $3,000 at like 2 cents Ripple, and then they sold in the 30-cent range. The lady pissed her pants. That would be a story I would tell you with a smile on my face. Guys, I came out here today and such, and Veritaseum went up. It's $100. Oh my God! And as I'm telling you this video, I just pissed myself, and I'm gonna clean my car seat. You know, I would tell you that smiling the whole entire time, not even caring if anyone called me names for it, just because of what just happened. You know, oh my God, just made a fortune on this stuff. So I wanted to share that with you, give you a bigger scenario where we might stand in the near future. Stand by, because things are about to get real interesting in the month of June. There will be some big ups and some big downs. But again, if you just buy and hold, you'll be fine. Some of you are going to try to play that market and get in at the top, or get out at the top and then wait for the pullback. And if you time it right, and you just might, and then get back in, it's going to ride right back up where it was and then go higher. And then it's going to do that kind of thing again. The key is when. What's the timing? And it's hard to figure this out. And as Cliff said, people who do that successfully are gonna be made. Okay? I gotta run. Take care.